Hey YouTube, how are you today? It's super nice here. It's about 70 degrees here in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. It's probably windy, sorry. Let me step in the garage. So today's goal, got a new blow-off valve, come from Aftermarket Assassins. So I want to get that installed today. And so I've got the razor backed in here and I'm about ready to start. One challenge is I'm not the tallest person in the world. And as you can tell, so I'm probably gonna have to get my ladder out and help my little short stumpy ass climb up in there. So I want to get started while the weather's good and before my wife gives me things to do. So all right, she's laughing at me. So let me get started on this and I'll give you some updates. All right, so got the blow off valve installed. It's about a 20-minute install. It's really quick. One thing to know, if you order it from Vivid Racing, you don't get instructions. Email customer service, they'll send it to you. Instructions are really good. Thing you got to know, a couple things that are important, is you got to know what a charge tube is. Okay, that's this piece here leading to the turbo. Okay, your blow off valve connects to it. If you see, I've got my where it vents the air out pointing straight up. So you're going to make sure you know what the charge pipe is, and then you're going to want to know what the intake pipe is. And the intake pipe runs up here, and as you can tell, you cap it off. For the Turbo S, the plug they send doesn't work. I had to cut it, put it up there, throw some electrical tape, and then a clamp on it. It's not a long-term solution, but it works. Here's another shot of blow-off valve. Again, I've got the where the air discharges out pointing up. This hose here, you actually replace it. They send you a rather lengthy one. You take the one off here, put the new one on, throw a little zip tie to clamp it on, run it around, and install it. It's a very, very tight fit. Actually, I had to stretch the rubber out to slide it up on there. So it was, you know, it's tight fit. It should stay. I'll keep an eye on it first couple of rides just to make sure. Here's some parts that came off. This is the intake hose where I showed you it was capped off. I used some of this to connect the blow-off valve to the charge pipe. This had two clamps on it, one over the other, so just be cognizant of that. They're not reusable. All the clamps that you wind up taking off to install this, they're all those type. They're just tear them off, get them out of the way, use the other clamps. This one had been racked by a stick, and it's actually got a small crack in it. I don't think you can see it, but it had to go, so I went ahead and replaced it with a good quality blow-off valve. The instructions say put it in park and rev it up. You might hear it. I didn't hear it. I took it back off. I made sure the plunger was, you know, unstuck, because that's part of their guidance, is make sure the plunger isn't stuck. I made sure of that. Put it back in there and revved it up. On my Turbo S, it doesn't make boost to about $6 grand. I was only revving it to about 5. So I took off up the road, heard it right off the bat. So let me put these parts up, mount this camera. We'll go for rides so you can hear it. But easy install. Some of the clamps really didn't work. I had some extra around here, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I will probably, like I said, put a filter on the blow-off valve up top. They recommend outer wears. Mine was, it's high enough that if you look at the razor here, you're talking, it's about right here. I'm never going to be in any water that deep. It's always pushing air out, so it shouldn't suck dirt or anything in it. I'm not saying I avoid water, but I dang sure don't want to get in the water that deep. It's not my riding style. So let me hook us up, go for a ride, and you can hear it. It sounds good. And like I said, it's adjustable, so you can make it harder for more boost, lighter. They do recommend making sure, you know, you get it down past the O-ring. I spent some time doing that. I probably spent 10 minutes just kind of tweaking that to make sure I felt comfortable, but The overall install, 20 minutes. Quick, easy, painless. All right, let's go for a ride.
Got acting sponsor.